Hello YouTube, my name is Sean Connors and this is Outsiders and welcome back. And today this program is a hints and tips video, a prelude if you will, to next week's live videos regarding the Tomb of Curses. Now, a number of you have been asking some very interesting questions regarding building characters for it, some pitfalls, things that I could give away. I don't really want to give too much away, but I think it's pretty important to understand some principles and a few basic changes that have to occur to make this experience something to be remembered and equally a fair footing for all. Now, I've said in my previous video that obviously you can use 3rd edition 3.5 of Pathfinder characters. That still stands. There is a slight change between 3rd and 3.5 and Pathfinder. And for people who are using 3rd edition characters, which I hope would be fairly rare now, the only difference is that your buff spells would have to be changed to 1 minute per level, not hour per level spells. Now if you just keep that in your mind, everything else is fine and everything will work. Are buff spells going to be important to the challenge? I'm not going to say. But what I can say is that this is a tomb. So by its very definition, certain character classes are going to be better than others. Now, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence or opinions on this, but I'll leave you to think about what sort of characters are going to be better suited. Clearly, you're not going to need social skills here, although there may well be some interaction, mostly with myself. The reality is that you can dispense with putting points into those, and you can think around skill-based stuff, if you will, to flesh out your character. Obviously, equipment lists are going to be quite important here. So with your 10,500 gold, which is the amount that Pathfinder give for characters of 5th level, that's the same I'm going to carry over into 3rd and 3.5. I think it's perfectly adequate, and all the magical lists on any of the books all work very well for this. And as I say, anything goes. There are a few exceptions that I want to talk about. I want people to be totally aware of. I'm not restricting any items, but I just want to make a few things clear. I want you to think about building the best character you can. You don't have to think about this in terms of, let the dice fall where they will type thing. You can power gain this, you can min-max this, there is no issues to this. I want you to create the best character you can. I don't want people coming back after they've attempted it and saying, they had a crappy character and therefore they didn't have much of a chance and all the rest of it. Everybody has a chance to do this. It doesn't actually matter what character class in essence you play, because in theory any can do it. It's just that some are much better suited. The only things that I really want to see, if people can do it, which is great if you can, is obviously you can email me your character for the attempt, which would be lovely if you could do that, which is Sean, SEAN, Connors, CONNORS 68 @hotmail.com. Or again, if you want to just give me the basics of what, I'm not really too worried about the character's stats, skills centers, anything like that. Just an equipment list of what you decided to spend your 10,500 on would be fantastic. And if you're a spellcaster of any kind, a spell list before you go in would also be appreciated, so I could see how your mind worked before you entered the tomb. Now, because of the way that the tomb works, and this would be the warning that would be given to all of you, this isn't necessarily this is a one-shot deal in attempt, so you can, obviously, you attempt it once with that character. There's nothing saying you don't come back and try with another character. If people want to, I'm very happy for them to try. But you must be clear, I must be very clear on this, that basically whatever character you enter the tomb with, you have to attempt to do it all in the one opportunity. It's not like you can take 8 hours out to relearn spells, guys. That's just not going to happen within the tomb for loads of different reasons, as will become applicable. So you have to look at it that what you go in with and what your spell list are, or whatever you do in terms of your abilities and the magic items that you bring in, that's what you've got, and you've got to work with what you have and try to complete it with what you have, and that's the key. Can it be completed on a shoestring? Yes, it could actually, and that's another thing to bear in mind. So when all the chips are said and done, you'll see that it can be done. It could be done, hopefully, by somebody out there. Now, the other thing I want to mention as well, and I hope that I'm not boring any of you, but this is a really important point, is that some people have asked about how the video format will work. Now, I don't want to give too much away here. I just want to whet your appetite. But the way I see it is that it is fairly easy for me to release a certain amount of videos in a cluster. And so if somebody enters a particular room and there are options, then they can go and see those video options depending on what they do. So it is possible that somebody could say, right, you know, in this main room, I could use Detect Magic, so I'm going to have a look at that video. I'm going to use Detect Magic, tick it off my list, or maybe not, because this is another point we're going to come to. For reference, for all 3rd edition and 3.5 characters, your 0 level spells that you choose can be used unlimited. They're called Horizons in Pathfinder, and I'm going to play the same bonus for those types of classes. So things like that can play in. So you can use these 0 level Horizon spells unlimitedly, and every opportunity there will be a chance to use them depending on which spells you take. So as you can see, I'm already thinking in terms of what it's going to look like. But there will be points within the videos that by only knowing or guessing the next steps could you possibly be released the video. So that I've already looked into YouTube and figured out that you can have secret videos. So this means that if people can get to a certain point in the Tomb of Curses, they'll come to me with maybe a solution or an answer or something, because it will become more apparent when you play, and then I'm able to release the next set of videos for them personally because they've reached that point. So that makes it really good medium actually for this, and should make it a lot of fun. So you may also ask the question about, what if there are combat situations? Hey, look, the reality is that there might be, more likely will be, some combat opportunities here. Why not? It could happen. I'm going to expect you to run your own. I want you to be honest. That's half the fun of it. Run them out. And tell me the result. Did you survive? Did you die? Ultimately, you can't get all the way through this unless you've actually achieved certain things. And I'll know, to be honest with you, whether somebody is actually as skillful as they say or not, because they won't reach the latter videos if they're not. So there's no point cheating yourselves. They're not random encounters in there. It's not arbitrary. It's not there. Everything in here, everything that's in here, there's a lot of choices for you individually to make, and that's going to be the fun side. So it's going to be about you and what you do as characters, and only maybe a few of you will get to see the latter videos because you've been successful. But you can reattempt this. I also think this is a great platform because it allows you to bring maybe to your table a newish player and give them a little experience about RPGs, the sort of action side of it, and the sort of take on it. And I think it's quite good to do a little bit of soloing sometimes. This may be the platform to do that. So wonderful opportunity, and this is the sort of first step attempt at it. So anyway, I just want to share some thoughts, some feelings, and some stuff with you. Hopefully cover off some of the bases so it's really clear what will happen. But the videos go live on the 16th. Quite a cluster of videos. That's a week. That's basically next Friday, 16th of July. Only at certain key points, depending on how people do, will a select few actually see the secret videos, because they'll have achieved, and I will be able to monitor their progress because they'll be the only ones actually getting the next set of videos because of where they've got to. Because other people, unfortunately, will have fallen or died. Now, what you can do if your character does die, or you want to, it's totally up to you, is in any of the videos you can comment on them, and you can obviously leave rumours on those videos. So if you want to leave a rumour about something, or a complete red herring or a lie, feel free to. Feel free. That's all part and parcel of the Tomb of Curses. I will be launching a couple of videos in the week regarding, or at least one video in the week, regarding the rumours of the Tomb of Curses as given by other players who've entered. Take those rumours as you will. Some will probably be quite true. Others will be red herrings. It's your job to see through those. Anyway, I've been Sean Connors. This has been a hints and tips programme for attempting the Tomb of Curses. Good luck to you all. I look forward to hearing your responses a week on Friday, and for any that follow after. And for those few that make it to the next set of videos beyond this, well done, and I look forward to releasing them to you individually. Anyway, take care of yourselves, happy gaming, and see you soon. Thank you, bye-bye.